Welcome back to FlyEaglesFly News, where the energy never drops and every moment counts for Philadelphia fans. This season has been nothing short of a wild ride, with highs and lows that have kept everyone on the edge of their seats every week. The team has shown resilience, finding ways to win even when the odds seem stacked against them. As we approach the final stretch before the playoffs, every matchup carries enormous weight. The conversation around Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter returning to the field has sparked intense debate. Among fans, some argue for caution, emphasizing the need to rest key players and avoid unnecessary risk, especially with playoff positioning already looking favorable. Yet, when you step back and examine the bigger picture, the math tells a different story. The playoff landscape is still fluid, particularly after seeing teams like the Bears and Panthers notch crucial victories. The Panthers' win over Tampa Bay underscored that no opponent can be underestimated, and suddenly, the race for seeding is more dynamic than ever. The Eagles are in a position where maintaining momentum is crucial, not just to hold onto the third seed, but to leave the door open for a possible climb to second. The challenge is delicate, balancing the preservation of star players with the need to remain battle-ready. Having the strongest lineup on the field against a team like the Bills isn't just about winning one game, it's about sharpening the team's competitive edge, testing both offense and defense under pressure, and ensuring the squad is operating at its peak when it truly matters. Leadership has been a recurring theme this season, and no player embodies it more consistently than Jalen Hurts. After that intense incident with Tyler Steen and the Washington Commanders, Hurts' actions on the field reinforced what fans have known all along. He leads not through theatrics but through calm, decisive action, while media narratives sometimes question his communication style. What actually happens on the field paints a completely different picture. Hurts manages emotions with precision, separating players from conflict, keeping his teammates focused, and ensuring that tensions don't derail the game. His leadership isn't loud or showy. It's measured, intentional, and perfectly suited for a locker room that thrives on trust and accountability. Every interaction, whether with teammates or even opponents in high-pressure situations, demonstrates his ability to command respect without needing to dominate the spotlight. It's a kind of leadership that is subtle, yet profoundly effective, the type that steadies the entire team and sets the tone for every drive, every play, and every critical moment. The Eagles benefit immensely from having a quarterback who not only executes at an elite level, but also elevates everyone around him through composure and example. Meanwhile, a rising force on the defensive side has been Jordan Davis, whose emergence has quietly shifted the dynamics of the team week after week. Davis has demonstrated an extraordinary combination of power, awareness, and discipline, making him one of the most disruptive forces in the league. His performance against Washington arguably marked the high point of his career so far, with every tackle, every gap filled, and every engagement at the line of scrimmage showcasing a player who can completely alter the rhythm of a game. Davis isn't just performing his role, he's elevating the defense as a whole. The way he dominates matchups, controls the line of scrimmage, and applies relentless pressure on offensive threats signals a player capable of game-changing impact on a consistent basis. Beyond run defense, his pass rushing ability and stamina deep into the season make him a rare talent, one who grows stronger as the competition intensifies. The investment the Eagles made in him is already paying dividends, and if he continues this trajectory, he is poised to become a cornerstone of this team for years to come. Watching Davis evolve from a promising rookie into a dominant presence has added an entirely new layer to the narrative of this season. In parallel with individual brilliance, the Eagles have also shown remarkable strategic management of their roster, particularly when it comes to injury handling. Nico Dean's minor hamstring concern could have been alarming, but the team has approached it with prudence, prioritizing long-term readiness over short-term gain. Strategic rest in these moments isn't about avoiding risk. It's about preserving the unit's overall strength for the challenges ahead. This approach is mirrored by the emergence of players like Hy Campbell, who have stepped up in meaningful ways, particularly in run defense, to maintain team performance despite gaps caused by injuries. The depth of the roster has never been more critical, and the Eagles have demonstrated a capacity to integrate younger players seamlessly, ensuring that the team's competitive level remains high even when key contributors are sidelined. These adjustments are more than tactical. They reflect a culture of preparation and adaptability that will be crucial when the intensity of playoff football hits. The upcoming matchup against the Bills represents more than just another regular season contest. It's a true test of the Eagles' readiness, pitting a healthy and focused Philadelphia squad against one of the league's most capable offenses. For the Eagles, this is an opportunity to measure the synergy between offense and defense, to see whether the team can execute under pressure, and to evaluate its capacity to respond to elite competition every snap, every defensive assignment, and every offensive drive will be a test of talent, mental toughness, and cohesion. Watching key leaders like Hurts and Davis orchestrate the action while other players adapt and rise to the occasion offers a glimpse into the team's postseason potential. These are the moments that distinguish good teams from championship contenders, moments where preparation, leadership, and resilience converge to define a season. Philadelphia has handled these challenges with remarkable balance, showcasing the ability to combine leadership, skill, and strategic depth week after week. As the playoffs draw nearer, the margin for error diminishes, and the contribution of every player becomes magnified. Key returns, emerging stars, and experienced leaders all converge to create a squad capable of sustaining excellence under pressure. Fans are witnessing not just games, but the evolution of a cohesive, intelligent, and resilient team that approaches every challenge with precision and purpose. The combination of Hurts' steady hand, Davis' rising dominance, and a strategic approach to injuries and depth has transformed the Eagles into a squad defined by consistency, intelligence, and readiness, prepared for whatever lies ahead in the postseason. As we continue to dive deeper into this stretch of the season, the Philadelphia Eagles have demonstrated time and again that their strength lies not only in star power but in the cohesion and intelligence of the entire roster. Every game has become a lesson in precision, adaptability, and resilience, and the way the team navigates pressure-filled moments is nothing short of remarkable. The upcoming challenges, particularly against elite competition, will test not only physical skill but also mental fortitude. This is where leadership, depth, and preparation intersect in the most meaningful ways. Jalen Hurts continues to set the standard, operating with a blend of athleticism, strategy, and emotional control that few quarterbacks can match. His ability to read defenses on the fly, make adjustments at the line of scrimmage, and maintain composure under duress creates a ripple effect throughout the team, elevating everyone around him. But what makes Hurts' leadership so effective isn't just his command of the offense, it's his capacity to stabilize the locker room, manage emotions, and ensure that his teammates remain engaged and focused when the stakes are highest. Jordan Davis' trajectory further underscores the Eagles' emergence as a team defined by versatility and dominance. Week after week, Davis has proven that he can impact a game on multiple levels, whether it's controlling gaps against the run, disrupting passing lanes, or pressuring quarterbacks in critical situations. His physical presence is matched by a strategic awareness that allows him to anticipate plays and position himself for maximum effect. Opposing offenses must account for him on every snap, which in turn opens opportunities for other defenders to make plays. This type of influence goes beyond statistics. It changes the rhythm of a game, forces opponents into mistakes, and creates a psychological edge that can prove decisive in high-stakes contests. Davis' development has been a microcosm of the Eagles' broader approach: identify talent, cultivate growth, and integrate it seamlessly into a system that maximizes the strengths of every player. The depth of the roster has become a cornerstone of the Eagles' strategy. Players like Hy Campbell and Nico Dean exemplify how the team balances immediate performance with long-term planning. Campbell has emerged as a key contributor, showcasing improved instincts, physicality, and decision-making that allow him to execute at a higher level than earlier in the season. Dean's selective rest, meanwhile, reflects a calculated approach to player management, emphasizing the importance of maintaining peak performance for the playoff stretch. This strategy isn't simply about avoiding injury. It's about optimizing the team's overall performance, ensuring that the unit is at its most competitive when every matchup carries heightened significance. The careful rotation of personnel, the nurturing of emerging talent, and the integration of experienced leaders all contribute to a team capable of sustaining intensity and precision, even under the pressure of elite competition. Looking ahead, the Eagles' offensive execution will be just as critical as their defensive dominance. Hurts' dual threat capabilities continue to challenge opposing defenses, forcing them to account for both his passing and rushing ability on every play. His decision-making under pressure is enhanced by his ability to maintain focus, direct teammates, and read complex defensive schemes in real time. This level of intelligence and adaptability transforms the offense from a collection of talented individuals into a cohesive, responsive unit. Every snap becomes an opportunity to exploit weaknesses, create mismatches, and sustain momentum. The supporting cast, from receivers to linemen, relies on Hurts' leadership to maintain alignment, timing, and focus, and the results are evident in the team's consistent execution. Even against the most formidable opponents, defensively, the Eagles continue to impress with their ability to dominate the line of scrimmage, control gaps, and apply relentless pressure on quarterbacks. The combination of emerging stars like Davis, seasoned veterans, and strategic depth players creates a unit capable of adapting to any offensive scheme. Their discipline, anticipation, and physicality allow them to force mistakes, generate turnovers, and maintain control of the game's tempo. Every engagement at the line of scrimmage is calculated, and the way the defense adjusts to situational challenges demonstrates both preparation and instinct. The Eagles' defensive identity is no longer just about stopping plays, it's about dictating the flow of the game, imposing their will, and creating opportunities that can shift momentum instantly. The mental and emotional dimensions of this team cannot be overstated. The Eagles have cultivated an environment where composure under pressure is as valued as physical skill. Hurts' ability to calm teammates, maintain focus, and manage high-stakes situations sets the tone. Across the roster, players respond not because of loud encouragement, but because of the trust and respect built through consistent leadership and accountability. The psychological resilience displayed by both starters and emerging contributors highlights a team culture where every individual understands their role and executes with confidence. This balance between physical execution and mental fortitude creates a squad capable of thriving in high-pressure situations, particularly as the postseason approaches. Every matchup from this point forward serves as both a test and a statement. The Eagles are not simply seeking victories, they are refining a system, cultivating leadership, and demonstrating that consistency, preparation, and intelligence can overcome the unpredictability of the NFL. Injuries, adversities, and intense competition are all met with a strategy that prioritizes sustainability and peak performance. Younger players are gaining invaluable experience, veterans are maintaining focus, and the synergy between all layers of the roster ensures that the team can respond to any challenge presented on the field. Watching the Eagles operate in this manner, it becomes clear that their identity has shifted. They are no longer a team defined by flashes of brilliance or isolated talent. They are a collective force, cohesive, disciplined, and capable of sustaining excellence under the highest levels of pressure. FlyEaglesFly News. Family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. Something extraordinary just unfolded in Philadelphia, and it could reshape the entire trajectory of the Eagles. Word is spreading like wildfire. Jalen Hurts, the heart and soul of Philly's offense, may have made a move that no one saw coming. Insiders are hinting at a development so significant that it could change how the team approaches the rest of the season and potentially alter the entire NFL landscape. Sources close to the locker room are staying tight-lipped, but the buzz is undeniable. Could Hurts be signaling a shift in his career? Or is this a strategic play aimed at bolstering the Eagles' championship ambitions? Speculation is mounting. Some insiders suggest that his actions might indicate a renewed commitment to an aggressive, offensive overhaul, possibly influencing draft priorities, trade talks, or even coaching strategies. Others whisper about the possibility of a major contract renegotiation or a power move behind the scenes, giving Hurts more influence over team decisions. The city is buzzing with excitement and a hint of anxiety. Philadelphia fans, already notorious for their passion and high expectations, are now holding their collective breath, imagining the scenarios that could unfold. Analysts are already dissecting every angle. If Hurts' latest move signals a more assertive leadership role, the Eagles could become nearly unstoppable. On the other hand, if there's tension under the surface, rival teams may sense an opening to exploit. Social media is ablaze with reactions, theories, and wild predictions. Some claim it's the start of a new era for Hurts and the Eagles, one defined by audacious plays, calculated risks, and a fearless approach to the game. Others caution that it might just be a temporary spark, a ripple in the usual ebb and flow of a season filled with highs and lows. Whatever the truth, the ripple effects of this development are already being felt, with pundits, fans, and even players speculating about what could come next. One thing is certain, Philadelphia will never be the same. If this turns out to be what insiders are suggesting, Jalen Hurts has always been a player capable of altering the game with his arm, his legs, and his sheer presence, but now, it seems, he may be poised to change the very foundation of the team itself. And in a city that lives and breathes Eagles football, that's a prospect that has everyone talking and waiting for the next move. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.